Hello everyone. How are we doing tonight? Thank you so much for bearing with me for a few minutes while I figured out internet stuff. It just would not open. But it did, and we're here, and we're playing more Danganronpa today. I am super excited, and I hope you all are too. Alright, it's a little loud in my own ears. Why don't I turn that down? And I'll start playing the music for you guys. Let you hear that classic Danganronpa music. And let's jump in. Let's play some Danganronpa tonight. Alright. Whew. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Why, this is the beginning of the game. Have I accidentally hit the wrong save? No, they just repeat this part, right? I think. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school, and two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. Like Makoto was. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me! What would your guys' ultimate talents be? I'd like to think Fizzy would be the ultimate clown. 'Cause I can't very well be the ultimate fairy, because that's just a species. Or I suppose like the ultimate VTuber? That sort of situation? I don't know. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. Okay, this isn't the beginning though, because it didn't do the like whooshy swirly thing. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Gah. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Just had to question myself, you know how it is. Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. Excuse me. Wow, okay. What an awful smell. I mean, you are in like a trash chute. It was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. I don't know why that sentence is so funny to me. Oh, what a heck of a situation. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter ego. I don't know that I'd call him your good friend, though. He is still an AI. Alter ego saved me, and he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there. Okay, let's see. Can we look at the rocket? That's a rocket and a tank. I'd better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Where would the tank have come from? Because we know the rocket was used to kill Jin. Okay, we can look at something down here. This is a desk. Probably the one that fell down here with me. Oh, that makes sense. Was there something over here did I see? It's a plane? Is that an airplane? How did something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Ask Monokuma. Okay, we know what we should really look at. Rattle, rattle. It's locked. Rattle, 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 rattle. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't gonna be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. Do you think? Because, like, everyone else knows that he went down here. Because Monokuma pretty directly told them that he was going into the garbage pit at the end. Do you think they'd, like, throw food down for him? Like, if Kyoko didn't come save him soon enough. Next, I searched for some water. How could I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are all-around bad idea? Everything in here is a bad idea, Makoto. Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up, because I'm still alive. Yes, you are. Yes! As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That sounds so good. Uninterrupted sleep, that's that's the dream. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. All I did was sleep and sleep. It's like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Kyoko! G-crunch! G-crunch is an excellent sound effect. Fizzy's a big fan of G-crunch. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Kyoko! Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? Well, that's clearly several bags of trash. I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
Giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Kyoko with the cup noodles on her head. Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again. That's like a tongue twister. What? Awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock. That one?
Hey.
First, I have something for... I thought she had that on her head way longer. That was only like 2 frames. Okay. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Whew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Oh, Makoto. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Is that like her version of flirting? But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. Oh no, Kyoko! I abandoned you. Don't say that! You didn't abandon me! No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. 'Cause she totally thought that Makoto was gonna die! You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but There was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost. What is it? Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words,
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. Oh, thank you, Kyoko. That cleared everything up. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. What is it? So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak. Doesn't everyone? No one came to Hope's Peak with no reason.
indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... I had no memory. No memory, we know that. 'Cause Makoto took her memories. Or not Makoto, Monokuma! Makoto didn't take shit from her. Whoopsies. Then it really is true, you lost your memory.
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. Okay, I'm gonna check my audio levels because I think the game is really quiet right now. I might... There we go, just turn it up a little teeny tiny bit. See if that makes it better. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you lost your memory because...
indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. I don't think is quite a sentence out of context. Yeah, I don't think. Ever. At all. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean... Somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. Sorry, my camera just did a weird thing. Hello. Hee hee hee. But if what you say is the truth, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind is one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do to be... There was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition. But Makoto, I think you're kind of stupid. I see. I mean, I don't know that he's the least likely. Like, he's definitely not likely. Out of just who's left, out of just the survivors. Okay, I place hero at least likely. Because he just couldn't. Like, I suppose if he's putting on an act, though. Like, for all we know, he's actually the smartest among the group, and he's just pretending to be really dumb. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything.
Yeah.
My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Oh, this was that dream he had, or the memory. Ugh. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for your help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. She's trying so hard. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Do we just keep clicking on Kyoko then? You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. The ultimate purple. My ability. What everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective?
correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who?
So,
It was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Makoto's way too shocked about that. Like, I feel like a fairly logical assumption. I came to the school to talk to the headmaster of the school. Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when alter ego I feel like I always get words all mashed around when I'm reading Danganronpa. When alter ego told us how he thought the headmaster I didn't have time to warm up my voice properly because of the internet issues. Just casually do vocal warm-ups on stream right now. When alter ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way.
Huh?
Huh? No matter what it takes, I will find the
No matter-
headmaster.
so,
Yeah, we know Kyoko wanted the headmaster. My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
however,
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear, so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
so,
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
it's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map? It is really interesting. I just talked about how I wasn't able to properly do vocal warm-ups before this, but like I'm finding Kyoko's voice harder. Like it's harder to talk in my lower register because I haven't done that yet today. I've been so quiet today. I spent most of my day reading a book, so like my voice is not there. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. Seriously, Kyoko's voice is like straining my vocal cords a little bit. That, if you ever want to talk deep in your chest voice, it helps resonate by like making a low sound and kind of pounding on your chest like a gorilla. And then you get this kind of sound, but it helps you resonate in your chest voice and it helps you make a lower sound. Okay, let's see if that helped. What do you mean?
so
I can't explain it. You need to see for yourself. I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important. And really ominous. There was another reaction, of course. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. Has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it? Ooh, did my stream cut out? Did my stream cut out? Hello? It says stream is healthy, but then the actual thing is like stuttering. Are we good? Ooh, what a night we're having. Oh, what a night. No, tomorrow is Broadway karaoke, not today. All right. I think we're good. I don't think we cut out again. It's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. No, okay. Why is that? Oh well. I'm gonna keep playing. It looks like it's back. It looks like we're fine. Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so who did kill her?
Anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
I mean, she's not bound by them. Like, she doesn't have to follow them, but she does. There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I know! I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean another flashback to this? During the night? I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. Kyoko, that's an insane thing to say! What are you talking about? What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. Ooh. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room. My Kyoko voice just like suddenly changed.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to Mukuro. Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind, in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So this all would mean whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So, what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. I love her little smiling sprite. She's so cute. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
Technically, it's a whole class of people. Or like a whole class in Hope's Peak, not like a whole class of people was the wrong way to put that. You know what I mean? If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're not talking about
That's right.
the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair? It would seem that despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're,
Indeed.
make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Yay! We finished chapter 5. And there's still the same amount of people left. That is kind of satisfying to not see that number go down. Alright. Oh, we got the rocket. Yes, let's save our data just because we can. And Fizzy's gonna take a drink. I've been trying to drink water when I'm streaming, but I'm drinking soda right now. Which is also probably part of why my voice is being weird, but... Ah well, here we are. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. I shouldn't be sounding so happy about that. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people... No, that sounds worse. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Okay, how are we gonna get out now? Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room? I assume that he's making innuendos this whole time and that's why she's making this face, because she's super not happy about it.
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. And we should be able to use it on that door, right? Boop-a. Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... No rattle rattle! Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. And then the ladder. Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6. Oh, I like seeing them all together like that. That's a good image. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. And then Santa came down. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. You know, they could have, like, fully given us a panty shot of Kyoko, and they didn't. And, like, that's not normal for this game. They would normally do something like that, and I appreciate that they didn't. Like, this isn't great, but, like, they definitely could have made this image a lot worse. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. That would be so fucking scary. We climbed into darkness. Like, imagine going up a ladder that you can't even see the top of. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey,
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kinda nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
so...
Ever since I can remember. I do like the little, like, comic speech bubbles showing who's talking, even though their names are down there, like always. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
because we take pride in it. Pride.
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. You sound like Byakuya right now! Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must do to protect it. Because like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. He's just gonna repeat that every time she says it. So that explains... Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Maybe he did, and the school just took his memories of it. Did he think of that? I bet he didn't. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. I mean, if you had to enter the school to find him, it sounds like you've kind of already done that. Like, just let it be, Kyoko. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However,
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. Really? You're not looking at the big comic book bubbles with her expression? So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
so...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. And are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Kyoko really said found family! Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. Why were you shocked to hear her say that? That's like the most Kyoko thing ever. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after, I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Yay! Looks like this is it.
indeed.
On the other side of the storm, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Yay. I mean, not yay. Ideally, they would have come up, like, outside of the school. Looks like we're back.
Whew.
But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. We did it! So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
Don't worry. Ah! Yeah, of course.
So then,
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other
Let's
words,
ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out, and it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared? Makoto loves repeating whatever Kyoko just said. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
so...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Alright, to the gym! Oh, okay. We gotta go this way. Woo, 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 woo. We could teleport. I know I normally complain about walking, but I kind of just want to walk through the school right now. Whee! Okay. To the gym! To the gym! If it'll work when I click. Alright.
Well now.
Hey! Hello, Monokuma. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko?
Right.
Do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
no.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? You explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted to execute. You wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words...
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
However,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
Then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your previous execution machinery. In your precious execution machinery. Ooh boy, I'm not reading right today. I told you, I spent all day reading, and now I'm reading more on stream. Busy loves to read. Stay in school, kids. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose. You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto.
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Wow.
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
That doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts. Oh, Kyoko!
what the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence.
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. She's so smug! Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have
then
to
I
do.
suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Yes, it is, Kyoko!
Hey,
No, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? Fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word, except Kyoko's right, the audience won't let them. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry.
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now what you've suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words.
Okay, do bears actually like honey that much, or is that just like a thing they put in cartoons? Like, I don't feel like I've ever seen like a picture of a real bear eating honey. Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Despair, ha ha ha. Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory? Okay, it's not as funny if he says it immediately after.
I can barely
Let's have
contain
one
myself.
final grisly showdown. He agreed. And we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can
then
barely
that'll be
contain
one.
myself.
That'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
It's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
You guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception. Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone and get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair. That laugh is so fun to do. Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. I imagine that like echoing down the halls, yeah, the entire time they're leaving. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. See, it's just what I said. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Okay, Fizzy's gonna take another drink. Not to be all anxious on stream, I genuinely think I might be doing something to my vocal cords. What if I took a break and we did some warm-ups midstream? What do you think of that? I think that might be a good idea. Okay. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Just like a couple quick ones. Like I'm gonna pull up like a 5-minute vocal warm-ups kind of video, and we won't do all 5 minutes even. Okay. Yeah. Jacob's Vocal Academy, my beloved.
We are starting with a hum.
All right, there we go. Gotta turn it up. The thing is like skipping. Okay, we're gonna skip to the next one because that's the same as what we just did.
Now, lip roll arpeggio.
Oh god, okay. Okay.
Now,
That made me feel so much better. Thank you all for bearing with me while I did that. Bearing with me. Now Fizzy's making bear puns. Oh my. Woo, woo, woo. That's a good one too. I love a vocal siren. Woo, woo, woo. I could hardly believe it, but okay, now I gotta turn it back down. The game is so much louder than that video was. Somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. I already feel so much better. This is why you warm up your voice, so you don't damage your vocal cords, and it's so deeply important to do vocal warm-ups. Alright. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Hi, Kyoko. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. See, and like, that's not hurting me at all now. This is why we warm up. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? You already explained it! I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason.
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
it would seem
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us all kill each other and show that off to the world. But why? For despair! To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But they'll never prove that because it's not true! Adjusting my microphone. There we go. But that's ridiculous!
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would advise. This is what I get for drinking soda on stream. That's so embarrassing. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words...
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
At the very least...
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
That is, like... I know if you didn't know what's gonna happen, you wouldn't suspect anything, but, like, it's really odd to bring just Junko up there and show that picture and everything. Like, they're just reminding the audience that Junko is dead. So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words...
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But isn't that really the ultimate despair? But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
However...
Well... Oh... Audio cutting out, oh no. Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Ooh, I hope it's not doing that on your end. I hope it's just cutting out for me. I entirely know what's happening too. It's because I don't have the greatest equipment. My laptop is not built for streaming and running games and having the webcam open to track my model and all of that at the same time. I just need a better computer. Someday, Fizzy will get a better computer. Which is why, haha, everyone needs to like and subscribe so I can get a better computer. Let's see what we can do here. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
Wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. Oh, no, the stream is cutting out. No. Stream, pretty please. Come on, stream. Don't do this to me. No. Ugh. It said my stream was healthy just a minute ago. Are we good again? We seem to be. We're not frozen anymore. That's good. Okay. It looks like I got it right. This time at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time,
correct.
or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. And all we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
shall we
It
go?
is possible to work together with everyone. Even Byakuya wants to help. They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go? Alright. Leave the area. And then we do some more walking. Again, we could teleport. I feel like I'm giving everyone watching this vertigo. Alright. Okay. So we want to go to the dorms. I'm trying to think who we're going to run into first. Okay. Kyoko, Taka, Makoto, Mondo, Sayaka, Byakuya. This is Byakuya's room. Is he inside? Nope.
Hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Junko. What happens if we knock on Junko's door? The door won't budge. It must be locked. Okay. Toko, how about you? Or are they in the dining hall? Yeah, okay,
hey,
I think they're in the dining hall. I seem to recall that now. No. And suddenly we were greeted with, there we go. You again. Okay, let me actually read this. Hold on. Herskz_dat period semicolon Explorer 103.2.1.255. Is he broken?
whew,
I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Adding to the power of 3.4, some equals per opening parentheses sen line. I don't know what you call that. Separator, whatever. Act tilde underscore 61. Jeez, what the heck?
however,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah! There they all are!
Makoto?
You guys!
Hi, everyone. Oh, even Toko is so happy to see us.
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Byakuya!
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Oh my god. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up. Oh, Makoto. Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away. Shoo. Splash, my tears dried up. Let's talk to Hina. She'll be nice to us. So, what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And? No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? I guess we should talk to Kyoko.
Makoto,
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? You know he says it like what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
it's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Huh? Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about
What's
that?
the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is it was the work of the mastermind. That is what she's saying. Good job, Byakuya. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did
You
you say?
spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? Make it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto. Whoop! That's not Kyoko's voice at all. But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. Which I think means Junko should be executed because the rules say that if you break the regulations, you're the one who gets executed. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to?
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. I know, buddy. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other
Interesting.
words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries? It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? Because you think one of them is the mastermind. She said that. I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint. Yeah, we know. We know Monokuma's a student, the mastermind is one of them.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So in other
If the
words,
mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other
But
words,
according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. And Mukuro, you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? What? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious! Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It certainly is a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. If one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right,
Then
right?
maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still, no, because all of the students of this school are so insane. There's no way to predict the wild shit they would say to Monokuma. Ding dong bing bong! A body has been discovered?
This is a school announcement.
It sure is, bud.
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Yay!
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit.
All right.
Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
That should have been a poo-hoo-hoo.
Hmm?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of
At
my
this
family.
point, I can rely on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master, he didn't take me with him.
Hey,
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless. So bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall, and we expect nothing less from her. Now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
you know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. See, if I didn't know better, I'd be suspicious of him right now. I know I literally just said like half an hour ago that he's like the least suspicious one. But Fizzy needs another drink. I really should be drinking water right now. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing. But, I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? Up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto! That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay.
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Hi, Kyoko. So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. That Kyoko was gone. Leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. Yes, you will, Makoto! And then we can all escape together. Oh man. We'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. So I've been holding on to that this entire time. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body is covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? Guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the bio lab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Alright, time to get started! Let's go! Oh, lovely that we just have that on us. Okay, now we're gonna... Huh? It's gone. Mukuro's body. Well, yeah, because the trial ended. It's not here? Okay, what can we look at? Okay. The chickens. There's still just the 4 chickens left. Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. Yeah, fair. Well, does Makoto not know that chickens can multiply? Do you think Makoto knows what causes new chickens to be born? Sprinkler control panel, set to turn on at 7:30 every morning. We do know that. Okay. We're not getting any new truth bullets though. We're looking at everything. But it doesn't seem to be helping us. Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Well, I don't think it's related to the case. Alright. And then we gotta look at the shed. The body's not gonna be in there. Why would... Alright, well. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. Then it must be... I have no idea where. corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. Yes, the tart. Okay. Sorry, I'm not reading every single bit of dialogue, but we already know about the tart. The killer used the tart to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet. Means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before. There's a small stamp on one corner of the tart. It says Biolab. This came from the Biolab. There we go, something new. Okay, not escape. Leave the area. Alright, let's go to the Biolab. That's all I really needed to check here. I know where the body is. It's in the Biolab. Watch me not remember how to get around. Okay, there's like the classrooms. Ah! Here we go. The raw door. You've heard of raw dog. Now get ready for raw door. Don't say that, Fizzy. Don't say that. I didn't like that. I regretted that as soon as it was out of my mouth. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Ba-ba-ba. There's all the bodies. Some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side, they're not glowing. Okay, it's the same dialogue. Oh, it's not the same dialogue. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? Surely not. I should probably take a closer look around. Okay. Gotta guess. Some kind of booklet here. Looks like an instruction manual. For an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cavern needs, in addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide... Yeah. Blue light will let you know if automated systems have activated. Okay, so the blue light turns on when there's a body in it. We get the idea. His instruction manual. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. I was just making noises to clear my voice there for a second. I didn't mean to do like the evil bum bum bum. It just happened to be those notes. Okay. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Well, do these ones have the same? Okay. Yeah, and the security camera and the... Well, what else do we need to see in here? We've looked at everything. I don't think I'm done in here quite yet. I've literally looked at everything. What do you mean? Look at the tarps again. Stack of tarps. I'm seeing a lot of those. Yeah. The monitor. Icicles. Ooh. Security camera. Surprised it works without folded eggs. I'm supposed to look at the desk again? Some kind of booklet here. We read the booklet. We know that. Am I supposed to look at this again and acknowledge, oh, the blue lights mean there's a body in it. And a weird machine. Bunch of blue lights. Okay, the right hand lights are off. Looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It was a makeshift morgue. There we go. Got those lights by each slot. It looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. It said that literally in the... Okay. Which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victims is... You gotta open one to check that, Makoto. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died. And that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Okay. Maybe this is gonna sound creepy, and maybe you're all gonna be like, Fizzy, what the fuck are you going on about? If I were in Makoto's position here, I would totally try to figure out which one is Sayaka. I would so want to look at Sayaka. Just like see her one last time. Anyway. Okay. Now I've seen everything in here. Why am I not moving? There we go. Okay, and then the dojo. Hi, Toko. Oh, Toko. So this is where you work. That sounds so accusatory.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting that you want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back. Give me back my precious time. Calm down, Toko.
What's
Don't
your
tell
problem?
me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Miyaki is totally gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that exactly. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Oh, well, I don't think there's any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Look at the locker again, just in case. Found a clue. Okay, it's just the kept from Kyoko. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else important. Okay. Now, let's look at... Oh, my. Okay. So, fun fact. The F1 key on my keyboard puts the computer to sleep. But it also, like, you have to do the function key and F1 to open the map, but if I accidentally don't hit the function key and just press F1, then my screen goes blank, and it scared me for a second. I thought my laptop, like, died on me. Okay. Looked at the garden, looked at the dojo, looked at the biolab. Okay, nothing there. I'm literally just gonna look for exclamation points and go wherever it says. Yeah, I mean, the second floor dormitories is gonna be a big one. Okay. We wanna go to the data center now. Okay, it is this way. Look at me remembering things. But I mean, the Monokuma door is still gonna be locked, right? Because that's where Junko is. Hi, Aoi.
Hey, Makoto.
Hey, Makoto. Are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right? But although I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that'd really suck, so you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. She clearly is. That is literally what she just said. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Wait! Let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? No, you're gonna get exploded, Makoto. That's how the game ends. Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it. The door opened much easier than I expected. Oh, I guess I do remember seeing this now. You'd think I would know so much more about this game than I do, considering how absolutely obsessed with it I used to be. But that was like a decade ago. I feel so old. Yesterday, fun fact, yesterday was the 15th anniversary of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic airing, and that made me feel really old. Like, I remember when it aired. Anyway, there was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was... Huh? Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. That's where the mastermind controls Monokuma from. What is this device? I choose to believe that they just have, like, VTube Studio opened in here. Like, that's how she controls Monokuma. He's just, like, a big robotic VTube avatar. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit. So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean...
Okay.
Right, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just... or whatever, something like this. Presses the button that it explodes the bomb on Monokuma. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one, the button that says Data Center. Data Center. Took a look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there's one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. The Data Center? I'm still switching back and forth between data and data. Debate in the chat which one you think I should say. It's right next door. The room we were just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over there. Okay. Right. Return to the data center. Me entirely forgetting what I was doing for a second. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Hi, bud. Hey. Grrr, give me all your donuts. Is that you, Hina? What? Oh man, busted. How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here. Guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Oh man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. Hina wants to blow me up. Joke about Hina blowing me? Fizzy's really just saying everything that pops into her head this episode. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Huh? What do you mean? What you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma. Huh? Monokuma? What, for real? Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. You said that already. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words...
Hey.
Maybe the mastermind can't monitor us. Oh, maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. That's true. Yoko's theory was right. But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? We knew that already. I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true, then it's one of the students. And the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? It's secretly been Makoto the entire time. That would be kind of a cool twist. That's something Danganronpa would do. Like, obviously, people didn't know that yet at this point, when this game came out, because Danganronpa wasn't as insane as it is now, back when it was just one game. I so desperately, my biggest hope for 2x2 is that we get to play as a murderer, right? Like when you know, when we're playing as Kaede in V3, right? And she is the killer, and we find out halfway through the trial and switch characters. But I want to play as a killer in a Danganronpa game who knows it the entire time and is like actively trying to deceive everyone. And that is my hope for 2x2, is that Hajime kills someone, and we get to do that. And then ideally we switch to playing as Chiaki, because that would be so interesting, and then it could be like a thing where we like are reporting back to the Future Foundation every night as Chiaki, because that's not a big reveal twist anymore, that Chiaki's not really there. I have so many thoughts on this. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing. You don't like Fizzy's excited face? Is that it? What about you? Is everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like... You wanna leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you wanna get going? Okay, because he's still gotta keep drinking. Right now I'm just drinking soda, but concept, drunk Danganronpa straight. Yeah. Hina agrees. Okay. Click. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? The door! It just locked on its own. What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. Rattle, rattle. You're right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair! You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey!
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. Then that room, yeah, as you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now, you're being operated by someone in that room?
Yes, indeed.
Correctamundo.
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. He's actually being controlled by a second larger Monokuma. That's the secret. Oh, you didn't, did you? Ooh, are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No, I didn't even see that! The hatch on the floor? Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace. He's gone, but was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? Fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So how does the mastermind get in there then? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. There's one thing I'm good at. It's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
I'm gonna run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you've got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Nina took off at a full sprint. Good for her. I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. Okay. I remembered there's another room on this floor that we're supposed to check out, but I don't remember what it is. So we're just gonna kind of run around for a minute. Those are stairs. That's not right. What's down here? Oh, right, the headmaster's office. That's an important one. Oh, what is my model doing? Why? I'm gonna, like, reset my model for a second. There we go. the headmaster's room. Actually, I'm gonna pull my monitor back a tiny bit and then I'm gonna reset it a second time. There, now we're ready. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Oh, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. I know, like, there's the papers on the floor and stuff, but Kyoko said it was trashed. I would not describe this as trashed. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Oh, Byakuya. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? Always! What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class number 78, student registry. It contains profiles for all of us, and the Mukuro.
So in other
Apparently,
words,
class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room.
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned class number 78. It must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers,
In other words,
there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Well, yeah, we knew that already. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student lying hidden somewhere in the school, the one they call the ultimate despair, watch out for her? That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. An uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
so in other words,
When it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Yeah, half listening to Byakuya makes the most sense. That's the ideal way to interact with Byakuya. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background, the entity floats close but just out of reach. The entity known as the ultimate despair. Okay, but why is that picture of her so cunty? Like, that specific drawing of Mukuro is serving. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the ultimate despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior, too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. And that fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. That's important. No battle wounds. But the corpse had all the wounds because she was stabbed a whole bunch. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students, after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro is part of the ultimate despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was. I mean, I don't know if the Mastermind is stronger than Mukuro, but like, Monokumas are, like a whole army of Monokumas could take down Mukuro. What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's
You
fun.
seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should know. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before. A girl who seems to be included as part of our class number 78. That's obviously Mukuro, that's why it's next to them. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. Well, also, if we recognize her, like, we might be able to put together that that's who we know as Junko. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals, 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body? That's so funny! Byakuya, do you want to know if I think she's, like, hot? You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that be? Wait, is he trying to say the corpse was hot? There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible. But it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Okay, but like, do you think the implication of that, right, is that Byakuya is putting together that that's who we know as Junko, but does he just have all his classmates' measurements memorized? Because that's creepy as hell, right? Even for Byakuya, what the fuck? Oh, and one last thing. Use may be fatal. No, we're not singing musicals tonight. That is tomorrow. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind, thanks. I won't keep it in mind. I trust Kyoko. Okay. I want to go here. I want to go to the report card. And I want to see... Oh, I hadn't noticed that it says dead on most of them. Okay. I want to see if those are actually Junko's measurements. Okay, we only have the one, but 5'7", yeah. Chest 31. That is what we know about Junko. Okay. So does Celeste say her actual name at all now, or does it just say Celeste? Yeah, name Celestia Liebenberg. Okay. Yes, I don't know what else we want to look at in here. Trophies and even a shield in the display case. It's a sword just like the one I took. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Do we want to? We just looked at this, right? Yeah. Student registry. Yeah. Okay, that's exactly what we just saw. Friends. Okay. Can we leave? Have we seen everything to see? Yeah, we have. Okay. Let's go back to the map. So we've checked most everything. We still need to check the... Okay. Yeah, we've looked at everything up there. Gym entryway, hallway pool, 1F. Okay. Because we want to go here, right? We want to see... This is where the other staircase... No? Where are the second floor dorms? That's what I'm trying to find. That's like the main important thing we haven't looked at yet, but I don't remember how to get there. There's the library. And it would help if it was... Yeah, if it was letting me move properly, too. Okay. those are the stairs to get up to 3. And those are the stairs down to 1. That's the pool. Wait, but like actually, where are the second floor doors? It's not this staircase, right? That takes us to the 3rd floor. Yeah. So that's the rec room over there. Okay, hold on. Hold on. We're gonna find this. Okay. Classroom, bathrooms. Okay. Yeah, stairs to 3F. Library, classroom. Okay. Classes. There's the staircase, the rec room, the hospitality and art room. Okay. Yeah, and that's the stairs to go up to 4. Data center we've already looked at. Stairs to 5. Headmaster's room we already looked at. Garden. Biolab we were already there. Dojo. Okay, here's the pool. That's on the 2nd floor. Dining hall, warehouse. Oh wait, were the stairs in here somewhere? Washroom, bathrooms, dressing room, bathhouse. This is the laundry room, right? Yeah. Laundry, kitchen. There we go. This is what we wanted. Okay. Boom! We found it. We did it. The gate's open. I can finally check out the 2nd floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. This is the 2nd floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. I mean, that's certainly why we weren't allowed up here. No, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Whoa, I totally forgot that we can open a map while we're walking. I 100% forgot that was a thing. That's really funny. Okay. So there's like, on the map we could see there was only one dorm we could look at. Whose room do you think this was? I assume we're looking at the 77th class. Because our dorms were on the 1st floor, so I assume purple wallpaper. Okay, let's look in the bathroom. The door just a crack, bounced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Alright. That's literally it, just that in the bed. Bed is completely torn apart. And it's not even really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. Monocoin! Literally, what does that do for us now? What is possibly the point of monocoins? Do you think if we went to the school store right now, do you think it would let me get presents? Okay, let's get the bathrooms. It's the girls' bathroom. In a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. God, Makoto, you're such a prude. That sure is a bathroom. Alright. Okay. Oh, that's fantastic graffiti. I kind of love that. Alright. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been the Hope's Peak students who came before us. Class before ours must have used these lockers. Oh, that's right though. These must have been ours at one point because one of the lockers like has someone's notebook in it. I wonder if I can open this locker. That'll rattle. Nope. Locked. It's a card reader. Must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the 2nd floor of the school. You have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean? Well, let's just give it a try. Took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then, no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. That's not true, Makoto. Okay. Okay, so we get the same thing if we look at any of them. Right? I mean, I guess we should try all of them that we can. Yeah. Okay. We know. You already told me about this. Okay, so you literally can look at them all separately. Yeah, okay. Then, nope, okay. For a second I got excited, oh no, I did not mean to click it again! No. Okay. Alright. Even the ones where the doors are literally off the... Okay. Metal plates over some of them. What happens if I try to leave? Okay, so I can leave. I don't remember what most of these rooms are. This is kind of exciting. Oh, this is the one... Right, this is Jin's room, because, like, we have to get into his computer and the password is just Kyoko's name, isn't it? Or, like, her birthday or something. And she gets all surprised about it, too. She's like, why would my estranged father's password have to do with me, his only daughter? This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? That computer. She looks so small in this room. Like, that made the room look huge. Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. No, you should bother her. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However...
There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
Whew.
But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I don't want to get involved in your daddy issues, Kyoko. I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. A bay. Oh, I like that image. That's creepy. I don't know how to explain this, but it reminds me of the Elder Tubbies. Do we know what I'm talking about? Do we know what the Elder Tubbies are? Okay. This is like his secret door. Let's go there. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Do we know? Is it connected to that? And again, I should remember this. I just straight up don't. But is it connected to the room, like off of the bathroom? I don't know the layout of the second floor well enough to know if that makes sense or not. Open space, does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and/or numbers. We can't really go from there. It's made up of letters and or numbers. Good job, Kyoko. That's the ultimate detective for ya. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. We can also assume what the password is. But maybe for her there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, she looks so shocked. Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password? Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like we need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. She's so snippy with us. Ba-ba-ba. The desk is home to a computer. We know that already. What? Was that not? Do we need to click on the door?
it would
I think I
seem.
saw a program.
However,
What? Yeah, but I just clicked on the... I literally just clicked on the computer and it didn't do anything. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, it might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. No, it's not. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, as I finished typing it in. Beep. Grrr. This game is so full of good sound. What was the sound effect I loved earlier? Good chunk. Good chunk. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked.
why?
Oh! Kyoko? Because your dad loved you, Kyoko. I'm not ready for this part, actually. Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko? Okay, let's go. Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not even been in the room. My gaze was fixed on only one thing. Oh, the present. Not the picture of her and her dad. The present. Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. I want to look at the picture of her. I'd better check out. No! Alright, fine. Brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. What if we just don't open it? It'd be really funny if they gave us that option. They mean we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? There's a bomb in it. There's a bomb fucking everywhere in this game. Everything's a bomb. No, not dangerous, but surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem.
If it is what I think it is. At the very least, it's not something we'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway,
Just don't scream or anything, okay? She should be the one to open it. Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. Took a deep breath and then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Slowly. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It's the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? I mean, yeah, like, logically it makes sense. Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
Like, he has to tell her that, like she doesn't already know. Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing, a dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Oh, Kyoko! Those bones, that body, that's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Oh, are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad. The same man she's been searching for. Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So,
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. I mean, not necessarily. Like, it could be any of the other people who have died, but I get it. It's the only reasonable answer. Masters and manners like these is somewhere in the school. Here's a hint. Yeah, the only people are the students. Alderigo said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. The only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume.
in other words,
Most likely, my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption, anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. No, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Oh, that's why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. She really didn't, because she didn't know this room. Well, she knew the room existed, but she didn't. Unless she had figured out that her name was the password and didn't type it in intentionally. And it was sort of a convincing herself situation. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? Give up some of that pride in order to enter Hope's Peak? Yeah. Did she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Oh, hidden room present. Okay, now I want to look at the picture. No, not the cabinet.
hey,
It's fine. Check whatever you want. Went through each drawer, starting from the top. Found unrelated documents. He's dedicated to his job, huh?
well,
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business or legacy. Instead, he left it all behind. Okay, but this is still a really good job. Like, don't act like being the headmaster of the best school in Japan is a disappointment. If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. I want to look at the picture. Huh? This picture. Oh, she's so cute. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko! Oh! She's so surprised! Ah! This is making my heart hurt. Poor Kyoko.
why would you?
This is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? And I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. What? Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her. And he just wanted to see her again.
Why?
What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. Ooh, you're not yawning in the middle of this emotional... And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko? Aww. Okay, then we gotta look at his desk. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out. But I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey,
Don't worry about me. Okay. Are you sure?
because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Remember when I touched Chihiro's genitals for the investigation after he died? Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer, huh? Is this an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, "In case of emergency." I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk. That is what you just
other
established
words.
in the last sentence. A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
It would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Ba-ba-ba.
Hey,
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
so...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but
Hey,
could you leave? Huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. No, you're not. I just need to calm down a little. I need
Just a
to
second.
get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you have with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. A game theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Bye, Kyoko. Is she really okay? Obviously not. Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. Find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. Yeah, we know about that. We read that already. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is... one of the students. That's been well established by this point, Makoto. 15 of us met in the mail hall. The mail hall? You grow to the mix and you get 16. Including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Do we have to go through all of them? Yeah, okay. Chihiro's was just so brutal. Being strung up like that, God. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... me. Byakuya. Hiro. Toko. Aoi. Hina, it's gonna say. And Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. And there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Okay. We gotta go back to the locker rooms. Ba-ba. Now we can open these lockers. I wonder if I can open it. Rattle. Yeah, but you have the... Okay, you have the headmaster's handbook. Yeah, no, I know yours isn't gonna work. No, I know. There we go. Got that emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room. Let's give it one more try. Took it, ran it across the card reader. Beep. Right, just what I was hoping for. Let's see what we've got inside. Nope, don't see anything that could be a clue. Okay, so we have to look at all of them then. Nothing in that one either. Okay. I know it's in one of them. Because we find, like, Hiro's notebook. Yeah, there we go. This thing is practically empty. I think it's Hiro's that we find. Just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. Looks like a girl's handwriting. All the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Oh, okay, not Hiro then. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. Kyoko, you're so hard on him! I can't imagine a worse father. Jesus Christ, Kyoko. I love that even in her detective notes, she's getting her daddy issues out. And the shock on Makoto's face, too. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko, it couldn't be anyone else. This belongs to Kyoko. What was it doing in this locker? What she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. She also very directly said that she has memory loss. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. Oh, we already saw that, yeah. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my mind started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Locker pocketbook. That's hard to say, locker pocketbook. Locker pocket. Locker pocket. That could be a tongue twister. Alright, well. Do we keep opening lockers? Nothing. This is like the only other intact one, I think. Okay, this is here. I knew one of the lockers was Heroes. I was pretty sure of that. This is disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. That's a crazy assumption to make. Okay, so we did a thing a while ago in my French class. We did this thing where we because we were talking about like words for furniture and stuff, so we like sent in pictures of all of our dorm rooms and had to like describe them and everything, and he puts the picture of my room up on the board and someone immediately goes, "Elle est désorganisée," and like, the fuck did I do to you? Why are we doing this? What is the point of this? Some people are just disorganized. It's fine. It's a crystal ball. Huh, a crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. But it is. All kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. That is not inside the notebook, that was very visibly on the outside. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here. Well, not necessarily. It could mean he attended classes somewhere and his notebook ended up in this locker. No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us. We were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Alright. I think we've seen everything we need to in that locker. The more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? Well, because they belong to people here. A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. Okay, I feel like the memories being taken away has been well established by now, though. I have to believe in everyone. Like, I don't think that's a large jump to make from here. Okay. Ding dong bing bong already, really? That's sooner than I thought it would be.
This is a school announcement.
Because we haven't found the pictures of everyone, like, where Junko's turned around. We haven't found those.
Is everyone working hard? Is your
I guess we don't
investigation
find those
coming
ourselves. They,
along
like, everyone
nicely?
presents them at the right, because that's why everyone, yeah.
Well then, since you're all giving
That's
it
why they
your
all
best,
suspect each other.
your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
You got it, Monokuma. Aye aye. What? Now he wants to give us a hint? Suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Oh, and of course my computer is suddenly being weird. Hi, Hiro. And he doesn't trust us because he's seen that picture now. Ah, Makoto! Why'd you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him. What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Ask him about the notebook. Well, there was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro. It's like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? I do think he's suspicious. Like, if we were trying to figure out which of the 6 remaining students... Oh, that's so ominous, just being Makoto there. But if we were trying to figure out which of the remaining students, like, he is too dumb. Like, to the point that you'd think it's an act. And I get that.
I am Monokuma!
Why, yes you are, sir. Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? Ba-ba. This must be the envelope. It sure is. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. Then we get the picture. Yeah, what I found was a single photograph. Okay. There's everyone. A bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. Yeah. So, we are not in the picture, and Junko's face is mysteriously covered. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. Yeah, that's Mukuro, we know that. She's the one I don't recognize. You do recognize her, you saw it. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, Makoto. That's not true, I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room and we looked at that file, Mukuro Ikusaba, and this girl is... Also, wait, how was that picture taken? Because Hifumi's holding a camera in the middle, which makes it look like a mirror selfie, but that can't... Like, that would have to be a huge mirror. What? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that. Just having everyone here posed like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. They're mostly all wearing matching uniforms. There's a few exceptions to that. Like, Celeste isn't even trying. Hifumi, it looks like, is just missing the jacket. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not there! I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me to not be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other till they got here. But if this picture is real, then could that mean, could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way standing there, you know? So I mean, get out. Okay, damn. I told you I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. Degret to /r at 2e dash dash less than 3. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. There's the group photo. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. Honestly, that's on you. Why would you go? Like, I know curiosity and everything, but like... Okay, I can't say that I wouldn't go if I were in Makoto's position, but like, I bet Kyoko didn't. With that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. Alright. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. I mean, it will be a hint once you put everything together. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Yes, unquestionably, Makoto. Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? Well, no, not that, but it looked so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? It would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. See, Makoto, excellent idea. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Too bad no one else has the same thought. Okay. Can we just do that and find where everyone is? Are they gonna be on? Yeah, okay. Nope. Hello, Tina. That's the wrong one. Ha, ha. No, the stream is cutting out again. I will cry. I will cry, I swear. Okay. Stream seems to be caught up. We're good. Okay. Hi, Hina. So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Oh, Makoto! Sorry, gotta go. What? She ran off so fast, I didn't even have time to ask her to stop. Hina, why? Why won't you talk to me? Alright. And the next one, this is gonna be so annoying to have to go find everyone just for them all to not want to talk to us. Oh, it did. This is in the... That's cool that that's in the map now. And Yaki is gonna be in the library, which I've gone entirely the wrong direction. Oh my, okay. We want to go down here. And he's gonna be in the archives part of the library, not the library itself. At least that's where he was on the map. Hello, Byakuya. Oh, Byakuya! Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait! But of course he didn't, he just walked away. But Byakuya is too smart to fall for the picture thing. Like, it seems really out of character for him. Like, I know he's already suspicious, but it feels weird. Why was he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. Where else do we need to go? This is really just kind of annoying. At least the last two are close together, so we don't really have to teleport around anymore. Hi, but it's Hero in the garden. And he's already not gonna talk to us, we know that. Hey, Hero! Makoto! What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No! Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hero, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I found. It was like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. Why? Okay. To be fair, though, we can probably assume they've all gotten similar pictures. Wait. I just passed the... Yeah, there we go. Like, I know Makoto's dumb, and I know we know that Makoto doesn't put things together. But this one, well, 11037 was easy enough to figure out. Said to visit the Biolab, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. Huh? Toko? Hello, Toko. Oh, because she pulled open a body. Okay. Toko, are you okay? No. She's not dead, is she? Whoa! It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold I think I might catch cold. Taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will. What? I was asleep. I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Hot and bothered, straight up horny. Okay, so why'd you pass out? Makoto just immediately changing the subject. He did not answer that question.
I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What'd you do to Miss Morose?
That's right, your memory stops and starts each time you switch.
Bingo bazinga! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. 'Cause even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory.
No, it's more like half. Aha! Right, because Genocide Jack knows everything. Like, she knows that the world is trashed and how we got trapped in here and everything, and she just hasn't mentioned it to anyone.
But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now or I slit your throat.
I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya is around somewhere doing his own investigating.
By himself?
I assume so.
I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master.
Okay, as much as I hate her, there's something weirdly cute about this sprite. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but she's kind of precious there.
Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now.
You should have asked her about the picture, see if she... Anyway, Toko shut off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture, there you go. Well, there's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. Well, presumably the open body there. The fridge, it's open! I'm sure they were all shut last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She faints so easily. Kyoko!
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worried. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about this room. Oh yeah,
It would seem...
it's a morgue. Yeah,
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there. Well, there you have it. You knew she'd fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagined she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why's everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway...
Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
I don't know why my very first thought was, oh, it could attract bears. No, the fuck it couldn't. Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. But suddenly, she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body is in here. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge. Well, yeah. You know it's a body. Why are you so shocked? Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find it clear this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. That was so passive-aggressive, Kyoko. Just wait over there, that's it? Fridge meant for storing dead bodies. Can't do it. I can't look inside. I so want to look inside. I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. She is in it. Though, like, she's so, like, everything, her hair and everything looks so pale. She does look like a ghost there. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. Wish I'd thought of it. Yeah, I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me, because you're so in love, Makoto! Makoto is down bad. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Do we just keep talking to her? Yeah. Or is this gonna be the same dialogue again? Yeah, okay. Did I miss a reaction? Is that what just happened? No, I did not. Can I leave? Can't leave. Okay. Oh, am I supposed to look at that and notice that the numbers don't match up? On the left side of the refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights are on. And these ones aren't. It would seem the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. It is literally what it said in the manual that we've looked at multiple times. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around, the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9 lights. But 10 people have died. Talk to Kyoko again? Yeah. No, I know about the photo.
Because...
Okay. There we go. Now can I leave? No. Okay. Do I have to look at the desk again? Try to look through this instruction manual. More importantly, what? There's like nothing else to look at. You know, I think I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before. Okay. Same one I found in the garden tool shed, and if I remember, that tarp was labeled. Okay, we should have figured that one out the first time we came in here. That's annoying. And that's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. Sounds like an Agatha Christie novel. Murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the bio lab and took it over there. Alright. Now we're done. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
We're gonna go a little bit over time tonight. I want to finish the investigation. I want to get up to the trial, and then next week we're gonna finish the game no matter what. Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? And what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim has been stabbed a single time with a knife that went completely through the body. It had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because...
all the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? I mean, several days, means they would have had to have happened. Well, it says at least several days, though. That doesn't really tell us much. That could mean essentially any time in the past. But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it. Wait. Sorry, this is just now occurring to me. Every single trial, I've just pictured Makoto holding on to the Monokuma file the entire time and just not letting anyone else see it. It is just now occurring to me that they all have a copy of it and that they were all given folders and it's not just Makoto. Okay. And here I make fun of him for being unobservant. So
So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then,
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
at the very least,
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. The show's Psych, but it's Kyoko. You can tell I'm getting tired. My thoughts are getting less coherent. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other
They
words,
envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Kyoko's account.
hey,
So, if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
so
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remembered all that? See, Kyoko knowing that about all her classmates doesn't strike me as creepy as Byakuya knowing that. We are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then,
indeed,
and don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
indeed.
Our victim is, in this case, is, without a doubt, Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student.
And
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
so then,
Then it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh, wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like that?
why?
Sad. Did you forget she was our enemy once? A part of the ultimate despair. But she's still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey,
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. Honestly, Kyoko does seem more sentimental than that. You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me. She decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, she doesn't mean to be naive.
so then,
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes. Ah, hold on! I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. The picture! I need to ask her. Oh, right, the pocketbook. I kind of completely forgot about that. I don't need it now. Why did it make me turn around like that? That's annoying. Hey, Kyoko? I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
what?
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here? That's a crazy way to frame this question.
What?
What
So,
do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
indeed,
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you'd need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook,
I see.
the one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because,
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. Okay, but Kyoko, you're the one who for sure knows some of your memories were taken. How are you not putting this together? And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
what?
Huh?
If that's
Could
true,
that mean that video is real too? Video?
Makoto,
Kodo, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although, I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now.
I need to confirm what you just said with my own 2 eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker? I mean, yeah, Makoto, what did you
Makoto.
think? If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD? It says class number 78, urgent interview.
So...
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Da-da-da!
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? No, no I don't. Goodbye, Kyoko. Ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. You cared about him! She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So, that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering. Whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. Better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. Head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose. Alright, let's go to the AV room. Here. Okay, yeah. The AV room is one of, yeah. I'm going towards the gym. That's not right. I swear to God. Okay, I was talking about it earlier. I absolutely have to know if we can get presents at the school store right now. I just think that would be so funny. Like, we're not gonna do it. I just want to know if it'll let me. Would you like to try your hand? Absolutely. Alright, let's give it a shot. Fuck it, let's go. Put a whole bunch in. We'll get the repeat percent, like, all the way down. Yeah. Get something brand new. Cool. Is that a gun? Oh, we got lucky. I did not expect that. That's so stupid. Hold on, let me pause the most important investigation. Alright. Oh, not escape. It's R, isn't it? There we go. I should probably get going. Yes, you should, Makoto. Okay. That made me so ridiculously happy. That was so silly. Alright, let's watch the video. Should be able to play
DVD's just fine. Well then, I'd better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. Must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. This part's voiced, right? Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance.
Okay, insurance
So please
for
don't
what?
worry
If the
too
whole
much.
world is ending, who, like, did they think they were gonna sue him or something?
Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in the school? I accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do
Who's
everything in
Jin's
my
voice
power
actor?
to keep you safe.
He must be...
As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy,
I'm trying to...
I
I
give
definitely
you my
recognize
word.
his voice. He definitely voices someone else in the games. Is it Kurikyo? I want to hear him talk more so I can... As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now. But this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. I guess I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad, she tried to frame me for murder. So why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. If I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Makoto! Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
I mean, he's not putting us through it.
Well,
He's
I
trying
mean-
to protect us.
We don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
He really does care about his students. Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya... Toko... Is it just the survivors, though? Well, we saw Sayaka, so no, Hina, everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. And then... Mukuro, right? Oh, Kyoko, okay. I want to see Mukuro and Junko's videos, because those both have to be in here, and those are going to stand out. The interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school.
just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up. The monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Right, because Monokuma didn't want us to see Junko's. Oopsie, looks like it broke out of service. What? Just so happened to break, just now.
Too bad.
Now then, when, doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure my ass, you cut the power on purpose. Oh, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. You'd ask them the question, and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh. But as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I had forgotten. I couldn't remember why I had come to this school. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, we know that. This is Makoto putting together the memory loss thing. Convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Interview DVD. Ding dong bing bong!
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end.
Indeed.
And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although
Just get
that
on
dawn
with it.
is totally pitch black. There is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning.
At Ever After High?
Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
All right, let's go. It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then, this is the end. Let's go. I mean, we're not doing the trial today. We're very much not doing the trial today. Guess I'm the first one this time. But we'll go right up until the trial, like when it asks me to save.
Makoto,
You're early, Makoto.
listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However,
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said. Hi, Byakuya. Byakuya! Byakuya. They arrived one after another. They were all in the same state of shock. Hannah. Hero. Silence. It wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so I
I'm late. Strong silent master is so wonderful, so cool, so hot. My loins are of late. Never say loins. There is absolutely no good context for the word loins. Unless you're talking about like pork loins, that's fine. Loin, L-I-O-N, loin.
Yes!
Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful
My scissors-sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what master wants, it can be a boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Bye, Jack. Where am I?
No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now.
Is everyone here? Ooh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin. This final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair, maximum sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right. This is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know. Except for all the murdering people. If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today,
And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier. I assume this wants me to do a bad Jamaican accent, which I refuse to do. That despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
you guys.
So don't try and run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name
This
of
will
my
be over
family.
in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
But you know who that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however,
You can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right, I'm ready.
so...
Ready to win. Right. Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. My turn! I started making my way toward the opening. Step after step toward that gaping maw. I had resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally on steady legs. And we watch everyone go down. I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Last one, everybody! Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper still. Deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper it fell. The word deeper sounds really dumb when you say it that many times in a row. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. Well, they're not opening for the last time because you still have to go back up again. What could have been seconds or centuries later? I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited stage of the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin! Yes, I want to save my data. Overwrite that. Okay. This is where we're gonna end. Where we're gonna end. Open here, the handbook. Yeah. System. I just want to double check that we're saved. Yeah. Chapter 6, pre-trial prep. Okay. And this is where we're gonna end off tonight. Ooh, this is so fun. We're almost done. Next week we're finishing the game. I don't care how much time we go over. We are finishing it next week. Next Wednesday. Same time, starting at 7 p.m. EST. Hopefully I'll have it. I meant to set up the upcoming thumbnail and everything for it. I meant to do that earlier than I got a chance to. So next week I will have that much sooner for our final part. We've been at this one for quite a while. So yeah, we'll end off the game next week. And then I think we'll start playing SDR2 in preparation for 2x2, which is coming out this year. I can't wait. But yeah, tomorrow, as mentioned several times, tomorrow we are doing a Broadway karaoke stream.
So join me for that tomorrow, and then on Saturday we'll play some more Date Everything. We're getting much closer to realizing some objects, so that's very exciting. And yeah, I think that is where I'll leave you all for tonight, but thank you so much for coming out and for playing this with me. I had a lovely time, I hope you did too. Au revoir!